line plots, let's first start out with the definition of what a line plot is. A line plot is a graph that shows the frequency of data along a number line. So it is a graph that shows frequency of data along a number line. Now, when I say a number line, it doesn't have to be just numbers. It can be words too. It just looks like a number line. Does that make sense, guys? So for instance, here we have one that has colors. It's not a number line, but it looks like a number line, but instead of numbers, it's words. Does that make sense? And then down here, we've got numbers. So all you have to do to create a line plot is to, one, create the number line or the categories that go at the bottom, and then you just place X's above each response for the number of times it occurs. So if it occurs 6 times, you have how many X's? 6. So when I look over here, it says blue is how many? So what should you do? Put 6 X's. Okay, so put your 6 X's above the blue. Okay, now you guys can finish the rest of the line plot for me with all of the numbers, all of the X's that are necessary. Go. So your guys's should look like mine. Any questions on that at all? Okay, it will not always come in a table like this. Most of the time it'll come out and just be words. So it'll say red, blue, green, blue, yellow, other, red, orange, whatever the colors are. Got it, guys? It won't put it in a table for you. Okay? So besides being able to draw the line plot, you have to be able to interpret a line plot by answering an array of questions. So down here we have a line plot that shows what grade children are in who are participating in art class. So that means how many students are in kindergarten that participate in art class? 3. How many are in first grade? 2. So forth and so on. So what I'd like you to do is answer those 5 questions with the person sitting next to you. Go. All right, everyone. First question. How many students in the class are in 3rd grade?
4.
How many students are in grades 4 through 8?
18.
Are there more kindergarteners or 6th graders?
6.
Are more students in a grade higher than 4th or lower than 4th?
Higher.
How many are in art class?
30.
Questions? Okay, everyone go to the very back of their notebook where you have another blank page. Title of line plots. Okay. We are going to create a line plot of our shoe sizes in this class. So you guys are going to list off your shoe sizes, and we're all going to write down our shoe size. If you need to look at your shoe to know what size it is, it should be on the flap of your shoe or something like that if you're wearing tennis shoes. Otherwise, sandals, it's probably rubbed off. Nope. Also, if you have a half size, I want you to round up to make our math easier. Sound good? So round up if you have a half size. So if your shoe size is a 4.5, round it to a 5. All right, are we all ready?
Yeah.
All right, Brayden, I'm going to start with you, bud. What's your shoe size? All right, Brayden is an 8. So everyone write that down, and we're going to keep going. So we're just going to start with Isabel, work my way around the room, okay? So Isabel, you're up. Sophie. Eva. Bella. Gavin. Bennett. Claire. Leah. Dax. Gabe.
11.
Campbell. Kennedy. So what are you round to? An 8. Thank you. Josie. Bennett. Reagan. Aubrey. Vince. What? 12. Abram. Addison. Morgan. Brady. Becca. Lucille. And I am a 6. So this is typically what you're going to get. Does that make sense? Now you have to draw a line plot. Now you are the ones that actually have to create this time, where in the other pages they were created for you. So in order to do that, you draw a line. And what's the smallest number we need on our line plot?
2.
A 2. If you want to put a 1 and a 0, you totally can, but you don't have to. What's the largest number we need to have? 12. So when you make your number line, you want to go from 2 to 12. You're counting by ones, and you're doing your best to keep them equal spaces between each number. Bless you. Obviously, we're humans. Mistakes get made, so just do your best. Got it, guys? So that's what mine looks like when I am done. Then when you are done drawing your number line, you and your partner work together to create all of the X's that go above. Do you guys remember when I told you how to write the numbers in order from least to greatest, and I said cross off the numbers as you go? Do that here too, okay guys? Cross them out as you go. I don't care how you do it, but work with your partner. Go. All right. Your guys' should look like mine. You do not have to write the numbers below. The numbers below that I put in parentheses are the number of X's that are there. I just did that to make it easier so you guys could see, but that is not a necessary step. Is that understood? Okay. Questions on line plots? Okay. Now we're going to answer some more questions based off the line plot. You also have to use the line plot to answer all of the things that we learned yesterday. So finding the mean, the median, the mode, the range, the interquartile range, without writing those numbers out. We already wrote them from least to greatest, didn't we? We just did them in X's form, okay? So now I want you guys to find the mode, the range. Find those two for me first. Do that with your partner. Go.
You're right.
Okay, what's the mode, everyone?
8.
The mode is 8. Remember, MO mode, MO most, the number that appears the most. What's the range?
10.
Good, it's 12 minus 2, which is 10. So our size of shoes range in this classroom is 10. Okay, now let's find the mean. You guys may grab out your calculators if you do not have it out, and you may use your calculator to find the mean. Work with your partner. Go. All right, guys, help me out. What did you get when you added all the numbers together?
190.
Good, 190. Please be careful. Remember, you're not just adding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's you're adding 2, 2, 3, 6, 6, 6, etc. all the way. I like to do, there are 2 2s, and they're both 2, so that is 4 plus 3 plus 18 plus 21 plus, I just think the math is a little bit quicker than having to go 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7, etc., etc. Got it? Should you get the same answer no matter what you do? Yes. Absolutely. Do I really care which way you do it? No. What should you divide by? 25. Good. There are 25 of us in this classroom, so it's 190 divided by 25, which equals 7.6. So that means our average shoe size in this class was 7.6. Questions? Okay, now we need to find the median. So we need to find the middle number, and remember, I want to use the x's. I don't want to rewrite all of the numbers out. That's doing too much work that I don't need to do. So use your x's, find the median with your partner, go. Okay, guys, what did we get? 8. We probably all could have assumed that, right? But remember, we never assume. Okay, always figure it out. So when you're doing this, you find your x's. So it's 1x, 1x. There are 2 x's, there are 2 x's. I've got 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. So we know it has to be an 8, right, guys? Okay. Here is the tricky part. We now need to find the first quartile and the third quartile. So, remember how yesterday we boxed in the median, or we split the median to have the lower and the upper set, correct? Remember how we had to have 5 in the lower and 5 in the upper, or 4 in the lower and 4 in the upper? The same thing needs to be true here. I need to do that with my x's. I need the same number in my lower, the same number in my upper. So when I did all of this, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had all of these x's left. So when I look here, I want to find the one that's directly in the middle of all of them, correct? So if I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, this one should be technically the middle x between my two sides. Does that make sense? I want to now count to make sure I have the same number of x's. So I'm going to count all of the x's below and over. And so I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 x's. Then I would count the ones going up and over to make sure I have 12 x's on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did we have 12 on both sides of that x? So that means this is my middle x out of all of them. So I'm going to circle it just like we did with our numbers, because that middle x breaks it up. So I have my lower set of numbers and I have my upper set of numbers. And now I can block all of this off, and I can find the middle number of all of those x's to find my first x, my first quartile. So everyone find the middle x out of all of those. See, make sure you guys are working with your partner. See if you guys agree. What are you guys thinking? 6.5. Here's why. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3. Does everyone see that? And then there are 3 more 8s, so my 8s go away. And then notice 6 and 7 have the exact same number, don't they? So it's got to be between 6 and 7, which is 6.5. So your first quartile is 6.5. Now we need to do the same thing with the upper x's. So find the median of the upper set of x's. Go. What are you guys telling me, everyone? 9. 9. Very good. So 9 is your third quartile, which means I can now find my IQR. So everyone find your IQR. Which is what? Questions? Okay. You guys can go to your homework now. So your guys' homework is worksheet 2. As I said earlier, you should get this done in class. It should not take you long. Is that understood? Okay, you need to graph numbers 1 and 2 on a line plot. You'll make your lines, do the X's, make your lines, do the X's. Okay? This is quiz scores out of 10. So what was your score out of 10? They scored a 9 out of 10, a 7 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, a 5 out of 10. What's their score out of 10? Make those X's. How many people scored a 5? How many scored a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10? Make those X's. And then this one's based off of pizzas, tacos, burgers, favorite lunch food. Then if you look at the bottom, on the bottom you guys are answering questions based off the line plot given to you. Please read or you will get it wrong. Understood? Questions for me at all?